The wind howled like a dying god over the monks stories of sacrifice, of peace, of a god who bled for others. It was so unlike the Odin-thirsty gods of his own. And one night, beneath a sky thick with frost and guilt, Erik knelt in the freezing water of a mountain stream and asked brother Aiden to baptize him. The rite was quiet, no thunder from the heavens, no valkyries, just the sound of water and Erik's heart pounding like war drums in his chest. At first, there was silence, then laughter, then rage. You speak. A child cried out, Erik's younger brother, Leif, watching from the crowd with wide, silent eyes. And far on the ridge, brother Aiden stood alone, hands trembling, a cross clenched beneath his robe. Years passed. The world changed. Christian banners flew over Norse lands. The old gods were buried beneath stone churches. And the boy who once watched his brother bleed beneath the sacred tree, Leif, now wore a cross around his neck. But he never forgot. Not the smell of ash in his hair. Not the silence that fell over the fjord after Erik died. Not the weight of betrayal or sacrifice. When Leif became chieftain, he outlawed human sacrifice. He built a hall that welcomed traitors from the south and monks from the east. He even had a statue raised, not of Odin, nor Christ, but of a lone man with one hand open and one closed. The people didn't understand, but he understood. If this letter lives, let history know. I did not betray my people. I love them too much to let them stay blind. Erik of the Northern Shore. Left Leif's harbor bore a mark. A single rune burned into the mast. It meant Watcher, a symbol of the one who saw too far, too early, and paid the price. Centuries later, Christian scribes would write of Erik as a traitor who sold his clan. Norse sagas would forget his name. But in the cold silence between myth and memory, his story survived, not in books, but in a symbol carved beneath the prow of ships that sailed farther than Erik ever had. Not all heroes are remembered. Some are buried by the very people they tried to save. And somewhere beneath the roots of that sacred tree, if you listen closely in winter, they say you can still hear the wind speak his name, not in anger, but in warning. Erik, the Viking who betrayed to protect. The Viking who saw the end before it came. He even had a statue raised, not of And somewhere beneath the roots of that sacred tree, if you listen closely in winter, they say you can still hear the wind speak his name, not in anger, but in warning. Erik, the Viking who betrayed to protect. The Viking who saw the end before it came. The Viking who saw the end before it came.